Hey everybody, really casual day here at the studio, but I do want to make this video. This video is about why it is so difficult for us to make ourselves a priority in our own lives, to take care of our own well-being, what happens when we don't, and what happens when we do. One of the very first things that I talk about with any client that I'm working with, and in fact, they don't even have to be a client, they can just be somebody that I'm having a conversation with about whatever challenges that they have going on in their lives. One of the very first things that I say to them is that you have to be connected to who you are. You have to know who you are. You have to be able to trust yourself, listen to your intuition, and from that space, you go out into the world and create something new for yourselves. But we don't do it that way. We don't look within, we look for to the external. We have also been really conditioned to put the needs of others before our own. And I want to say that that is an old way of living life. It's an old paradigm that is actually, if you look around, is just kind of crumbling away. The mindfulness industry, the meditation industry, the self-help books, the self-empowerment, all of those things, personal development. The one thing they all have in common, with all of that bursting on the scene and being so omnipresent in our life, is that they stress your own well-being. You know for yourself that when you take care of your mental and emotional and physical and spiritual health, you actually look at life from a different perspective. And by making the time for yourself, you actually do that. You actually see your life from a different perspective. And never before in the history, well, for a long, long time, eons, um, have we had such a pivotal shift in our humanity, which is also affecting us personally as well, in that the focus has been on our well-being for that very reason, because we need to look at life from a different perspective. If you have children, I'm a very strong believer that we also need to hand down new ways of living life down to our children, because it's no longer okay for us to be so super stressed out that we have to look for external things to help us cope in our lives. So through depressants, anti-anxieties, alcohol, drugs, what retail therapy, whatever it happens to be, that that is an old way of doing life. And we are really being pushed into doing like a 180 or a 360, whatever no, I think it'd be a 180, to look at life from a perspective. So instead of looking at life from the outside in, we have to look at life through the inside out. And what's really interesting when I talk about this new letting go of that old paradigm of trying to just stay, head bobbing above the surface of the water, and actually, coming right out of the water and seeing the water from a different perspective. I hope you get that. I get there's a lot of pushback, right? And some of the pushback that I get is I'm too busy. I don't have time to make time for myself. I have too many responsibilities. I can't shut my mind off. When I try, and this one actually I hear quite a bit from mothers. When I try and make time for myself, I feel guilty. And I actually get that one. I actually really get that one because that used to be me too. Every time I would um, make time for myself when my kids were young, I would feel guilty, and then I would cut my self-care time short. So I do understand that one. But here's the thing: is we must realize you know how you feel if you've ever taken the time to go on a retreat, go get a massage, do a daily meditation, go for a walk in the woods, whatever you can go for a drive in your car, whatever it is, to calm your mind, calm yourself, just find some peace and relaxation. You know what it feels like to come back into your life, and you have that sense of, okay, I'm good, I can tackle this situation, I have a little bit more clarity. A lot of us are like really confused in our mind and don't see a way out of our current situations. But when you take that time for yourself, you've experienced what that feels like. And we need to be able to do more of that type of stuff, looking at our life from that lens, because we have to realize that we are actually more efficient, more effective, more grounded, more connected to ourselves. And when we come at life from that perspective, we are more in a proactive or a responding state of mind, rather than we're always um, on the lookout for something or anticipating the next catastrophe or worrying about that thing or always being highly charged and highly activated. We have to learn how to change that paradigm around in order for us to move ahead in our lives. So keeping in mind that, the old structures, the old way we used to do life, we can't continue to do it that way anymore. We're suffering significantly. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we're going. We're trying to stay within the structure of a blueprint, so to speak, of something that doesn't work anymore. And as difficult as this transition phase is, the answer for you individually is to make sure that you stay connected to yourself, to make time for your well-being on all levels: mental, emotional, spiritually, physically, to take care of yourself, because that is going to give you the insight, the clarity, the calm, the patience, the peace, the answers to whatever problem that you're having right now. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like it, subscribe to wherever you're watching, on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Share it with people that need to hear it. And of course, visit my website, irisiriani.com, and we'll see you next time.